We back. We back once again. Pumping out, just pumping out these videos. No biggie. Nah, it's actually not that much of an effort. So it's French time now, apparently. French H3 is it's an interesting matchup. I think the problem with this matchup for French is that if the H3 player is good, that would just counter your feudal win with more units like Spear Horseman. If you have like a pretty clean H3 build order where you play kind of, yeah, you just get on wood early and you get the production out fast, etc. You can really overwhelm the French army pretty fast.
Good luck. Have fun.
But
Good luck.
given that this
Have
is
fun.
Hill and Dale and he's picked H3, I'm more inclined to think that this is probably some opponent that likes to, live his wet dream with 5 relics, Swabia, that sort of stuff. It's just very rare to see that if you go all in with French, that someone is just gonna counter you, even though they could. Another interesting thing about this map, why French is I've even seen it picked in tournaments on this map, is that you can trade. I think it was Louis that did it in one of the series. You have a pretty nice long distance trading post that you could work with if you want to. But I prefer to just be aggressive. But am I gonna idle my TC? Yeah, because very shortly and then instantly go for the compensation by putting 5 in Q. Usually in H1 I'm just to maximize out my Q because it's not like you're spending your food or anything else anyway. Yeah, this guy gets a little bit worried about the 8-0 records. I do feel bad, smurfing on lower leagues. I hope if I also mentioned this in the 50 APM to Conquer series. Like if I ended up facing you, I hope you didn't mind too much. I do believe it's different from just making like 5 accounts for no apparent reason instead of this what I'm doing where I'm just doing it for a specific reason. But yeah, it is what it is. You could definitely have considered going on Deer at the start here as well. I don't think it matters too much, but it's probably better. I like to keep this simple, I just did the 2 on gold, the rest of sheep kind of build where you don't have to think at all. So not too much to see here, we're just macroing towards adding archers and opening with a knight. I don't really like to mess around with the early wheelbarrow and all of that you could do if you like. But you've probably realized that by now, watching me or already knowing about me. Nice and simple. That's the name of the game. Yeah, I always hate when I accidentally let all my villages get stuck in the animation, so similar to the 5 and Q compensation, we're also just killing off the sheep now. So let's see where we can hit him with a knight. So yeah, theoretically you want to build these buildings next to each other because of a potential keep discount in the future. Again, that's not something I care about. I think these are the sort of details that you can get really stuck up on in your head, and then, in my opinion, you're focusing on the wrong things. But to be fair, it would be hardly an effort to just build the range next to the stable. If it doesn't cost you any brain power, then just do it, and who knows, you might end up getting a keep discount at some point in the game. So he's like walling and making a tower on his gold, so kind of as predicted, he's not going for some sort of aggression. So my scout is in a stealth forest. He should know that I'm there from this gold tower vision, I think. Yeah, I'm like a lion chasing a prey, and the wall is this gazelle. So I'm just running past everything. I don't care. I'm after that one specific fill. Could have even maybe killed a fill in the woods, but without vision I wouldn't be able to get a charge, and then you need 3 attacks. So we'll just kill that one. He didn't gather the 42 stone he needs for the arrow slits, so I can try to harass his gold a bit. I could maybe hop in and out a bit, idle STC somewhat, and then I'm just building up units there. So I'm just seeing if he reacts. Oh, he did actually get the arrow slits, my bad. But he was typing. That's a bit of a shame for him. So I don't fully know what's going on, but like 4 vills on gold doesn't tell me that much. I don't know if he wants to go castle or if he's making units. So my archer's just standing there AFK in the middle is somewhat dangerous if he ends up showing up with a lot of horsemen and spearmen. But I wouldn't expect it to happen, because he had 4 on gold, and if you go for that strategy, you're probably not mining any gold, except for the upgraded spearmen. Definitely idle my DC a bit throughout this game. It's not being super clean. So we lost that knight. Obviously rather not, but he killed 2 vills, so I'll take it. So yeah, when I'm chilling like that with my army, the archers should just be at the deer. They shouldn't be out in the middle of the map like that. That was a mistake, but I'm fixing it now. He's messing units. Whenever you play this army comp against his army comp, you always have to be very careful at the smaller unit counts, because you cannot one-shot spears and then he can just overwhelm you. So common mistake people would make is they would go to YOLO with this army that I have. Kind of trying to protect both resources. I don't really know where he's at or what he's up to. I just seen that he's made both units, so it's not like he's gonna go castle all of a sudden. Don't really think I should be getting the ram tech, to be honest. I don't know why I do it. Oh, okay, I cancel it. Past me is agreeing with myself in the future. There's a bit of time between playing the games and covering them with my voice like this, so I don't fully know what happens. Like, you know, obviously I remember most of it, but for example, the Dram Tech I didn't remember, but I'm glad to see myself cancel it. So now that I have the 11 archers, I think I can one-shot spears, especially with the blacksmith tech. I feel more room to attack him. Taking the boar as well. Get some extra income going. So here he all-in my deer, which was a massive surprise to me. I was expecting him to be playing in his base, because my army is way stronger than his. So that completely caught me off guard. Also lost the fill on the boar, which is funny, but it's whatever. So this is just a fleet cleanup, right? You could micro nerd this, but I think this is fine. You kind of just walk your archers into your cav. Don't really lose anything. We can go back to the deer now, and either way we have access to the boar, so. So my opponent didn't really like respect the timings of the matchup, where when I have the 11 archers, like he could, the aggression that he showed he could do if he had a clean build order, and then before I have like the 10 or something archers, then he could have done that. But once I reach that critical mass, then he can't do that. Okay, so this is a common question, like how do you finish games? So I would say in a position like this where your opponent is making units, he also has emergency repairs and stuff, I would almost never recommend rams. Most of the time I'm just poking in like this and probably going castle. Oh, I'm already going castle. That makes sense. But yeah, the main reason you want castle is just so that you can tank a TC fire. I noticed I didn't have vision on the board, so I was like, wait, didn't I build a tower there? But somehow it went wrong. So I'm just chilling here. If I see an opportunity, I'll try to take a shot with my archers for a bit, but no need to go overly crazy here. Just waiting on my upgrades. Get that second ranged armor in so that the TC doesn't do anything anymore. Maybe have a little peek if I can shoot some vills. Just kill the 3 vills real quick and hop out again. This also shows me his army. He's going man-at-arms spear. Yeah, my knights will just be man-at-arms, so as long as my archers are shooting his spears, I can just fight it. And I think I ended this replay almost instantly because he was looking to chat, right, and I didn't feel like I should do that in the video. He was actually a very nice guy, by the way.